Hi everybody, it's Julie and welcome to the Messy Desk. I am in the middle of making embellishments and some more pages for my Dollar Tree junk journal challenge that Paper Terrace has. She extended her end of the challenge to March 25th. And that is exciting. So if you saw my previous video, you know that I switched it up. I pulled 4 items out of my kit and brought in some color. And so, yeah, so this is going to be on my cover. My cover's hanging around here somewhere. It is blue. And I did use the calendar cover like I planned, but I need to do some stitching, so that's going to be at the end of what I do today. I will be stitching. So I wanted to show you several things, but first let's go ahead and real quick, remember when I changed over to these cards, that meant I had to take the one that I had already made out. So we're going to go ahead and see how I'm going to turn this into my hidden journaling card. And so for the Dear Julie Julie March challenge, I'm calling this the Envy and Index card, hidden journaling card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out my... So doing it with this beautiful card. I've got 6 of these cards. I will be using all of them. And I have a couple of envelope ideas to show you today also. Now you could layer this up. I do have some tissue. I could have covered the envelope with the tissue, but I'm not going to. Now I'm going to go ahead and I want to make sure that this is glued down all over, okay? So just adding my glue, and I'm putting this card on the wrong side of the envelope, and that is on purpose. Gosh, this is such a beautiful card, and I love these colors. Love these colors. Okay, let's move it over. Okay, so this, I'll have this side, so you can actually write on that side. So what I'm gonna do, oh, you know what, I have these now. I'm going to show you, I did use these in the journal. Okay, let's see, how long did I cut? I did cut a piece. Will it go all the way around? I think I want my piece to go all the way around. So I'm going to grab my fabric, get that out of my way. Okay. And so this fabric is from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to cut... Well, we'll just go ahead and cut all the way down because I can always use it for other things. Whoops. Okay, so that gives me a long piece. Okay, so what I want to do is I have the one side that I frayed. Okay, I use those strings on the cover, which you'll see another day. Now I want to go ahead and I'm going to make for the inside of my card. And this time I'm not going to go at the top. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do it cut across at the bottom. Okay, remember we closed that envelope. So now we have this opening here and we have this opening here. The perfect place to add a card. Now for this journal, I'm not going to add my index card because that's not part of my Dollar Tree kit. But I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this down just a little. It'll just make it so that it goes in and out a little easier. I'm going to put these pieces up here out of my way. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need that. But first, I need to, I want to cover the back of this with something. I have my yellow, that is not yellow. It is green. I have my green tissue paper. Now, you guys are going to see in this video, today's video, a whole lot of ways that I used tissue paper, okay? And including the tissue paper that was the packaging. We're going to be doing that. And so the first way is to just come in and cover up something that has some words on it, okay? They did not cover up as much as I wanted them to. So we're going to be adding something else as well. Okay, so this is the back of the card. Remember, I cut the card in half. I have the front pasted on there, and so this is one of my favorite things to make. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let this continue to dry, but I am going to take, one of the things that I did not give back was my notes, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and grab this note, and I'm going to put that on there. Okay, so I'm still going to be able to write on this. Now, at the end of what we do here, I'm going to be doing stitching, okay? So you're going to see me do things and then go, okay, and then I'm going to stitch it. So this is the first thing that you're going to see. This is going to go into the stitching pile. Okay, so I have that. And then I want to cover this with something. Should we just do a flower? We could just do from our napkin. So I took what was left over after I did that one page, and I I cut around a bunch of the flowers that were on the napkin, and I have them over here, and I think we'll start with that. We're just going to go ahead and add that. Now I'm going to do this my old-fashioned way, okay? Yeah, I'm not going to use the glue stick. I'm going to do what I called dry embossing, okay? Because what this does is it actually gives you, I'm going to go around the first we'll go around the outside, and it is wet glue, so we have some time. So I'm going all the way around the outside, kind of a little bit to the inside of the outside, because when you put it down, your glue is going to spread. Okay, so to the outside. Then I'm going to find the middle of the flower, and I'm going to kind of give it a little roundy round. Okay, then I'm going to come and I'm going to give the flower some dimension with my glue. Okay, and at the same time, that's going to help hold it down. So, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the leaves and have that ready. You can see how that looks like the flower has dimension. Next thing I want to do is make sure that this is ready. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it over. And put it down. Okay. Okay, and then you just tap it. You don't rub it really, you just tap it so that those places go down. Okay, and then if you want to, you can tap hard around the outside. Okay, so that is going to give me that card. Okay. Clean up my edge, and okay, Now, we're going to go ahead and use the corner rounder on this, and hopefully it's dry enough. Okay, so corner rounder, and then I'm going to stitch around this and around the outside. I just think that that is going to make it pretty. I'm going to let this dry. You know what? We could go ahead. Am I going to put it on in this direction? Yeah, we're going to put it on here like this. Now remember, I did all this because of the words. If it didn't have words, I probably would have just covered it. Okay? And I'm okay with, we'll go ahead and glue this down. And we'll do the stitching after. Okay, so I'm going to put glue on both sides. And this is going to give me the top, or actually it's the bottom of my hidden journaling card. Okay, we'll go ahead and stuff that up in there. Okay, and then this is going to come over here, and this will go in here, but we're going to let this dry. So I'm going to set this aside. Set that aside. That is card number 1. Okay. Like I said, we've got several things happening that we're going to do right here. And let me put this cord out of my way. Okay, so the next thing is I have this. Okay, so this is from the tissue paper from the wrapping. Okay, so it's the outside piece. And I was like, well, I definitely want to use that. It's like perfect cards. So I have this piece of my tea dyed paper that had ripped, and I think it's going to just be fine. And we're going to go ahead and put this on here. Now this one, I am going to use the glue stick. And we've discovered that we want to put the glue on the inside first. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue on the inside first. And then I'm going to go all the way around the outside. Okay, all the way around the outside. And then maybe a little bit more on the inside. And we're going to go ahead and I want it that direction. Okay. And we're going to put it down. Okay. So I've got it started here. Then I'm just going to go ahead and put it down. The cool thing about most of the tissue at Dollar Tree is it has this really cool waxy side, so it's actually pretty sturdy, pretty strong. So that's going to give me these pieces. And again, we're going to go ahead and let that dry and set it aside, and we'll come back to it. Oh, wait a minute though. Look, we've got this and those colors. I thought, wow, they go with those colors. Maybe if we take the yellow off. Okay. Should we put it on one of these maybe? I was going to make another tag with that. I think we'll save that. I think we'll save that and use that on something. Okay. Okay. So we're going to let this dry. We're going to let this dry. And this, again, this is the tissue that was from the wrapper. Okay. So I did take, if you guys remember, I'm using a planner calendar thing, and I took the information page, and the other side had the notes, and I covered. This is the page that has the like the dates of things, and then this was a calendar page, and it had the notes, and it was too long like this, so I pulled this back in here So you've got little notes, you've got a big note page. Over here, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down, and it'll be a tuck spot, but we're gonna add to it, okay? And then I'm going to come right across here at the middle of the medical insurance information. And so it's going to have 2 pockets is what we're going to have, okay? And for right now, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that down. But you saw I did this with the glue stick also, and then I came over here and I put glue stick down here, and then right when it dried, I went ahead and ripped along this edge. So that's what you're going to see on this page. It's got a little bit of that edge, okay? So, and then I did cut off the top and the bottom so that it is the right side. We're going to go ahead and set that aside for a moment. And then I'm going to show you the next thing that I did with tissue paper. So if you remember from a video previously this month, I did the, what are we calling it? The accordion 3-pocket page. And so since I switched to these envelopes, I needed to go ahead and make my 3 envelopes. I used the napkin on one, the silver or gray stripe, and the green. And I think that's going to give, and what I did was I took the edge of the napkin and put it up against here. I used the glue stick. I want to sew on all 3 of these. Okay, I want to sew around those. I just think it's going to make it better. So that's another sewing thing. So I'm going to put that over here. But I'm going to show you, my plan is to put these on this page. And if you saw that one that we did before, and I'll play with this. Okay, so boom, boom, and boom. And then I'm going to make a closure. And my closure is probably going to be made with my new sticker that I brought in. So the sticker set that I brought in is going to be added here. And then remember, the way that we put these in is these open up, okay? The top one, not so much. And then you had a place that this could tuck down, okay? So let me show you on my March journal. Here we go. So I'm making 2 journals this month. One is for my March challenge. The thing is this has plenty of color to it. The Dollar Tree one had no color. And so that's why I switched out the 4 items. And you can see a lot of my things are the same. I'm looking for there's the envelope page. Okay, so this is the envelope page. And these envelopes are in here accordion style, so you can pull them forward, okay? And then this goes underneath here. So this one is in there and you can pull it forward, so it's easy to put things in it. This one, not so much, but it's still there. Okay, so that's what I'll be doing with those after I get them sewn and everything and put them on that page. So again, this right here, this is for my March Make a Kit, Make a Journal, Junk Journal Challenge on the Dear Julie Julie channel. And so I hope you'll go over there and check it out. Also, we did our mini challenge. We did our stack and flip. I still need to put all my things together. But yeah, that was Tuesday's video. And that was our mini challenge in the challenge. Okay, so these, I'm going to sew the tops, sew around these, and add that to this page. Okay, so you got a heads up on that. The next thing that I did is not tissue paper. This one was my original idea for the note papers. Okay, so these note papers, I looked at that and what I saw was this. I saw a tag that had the big piece on the back, and it had this on the front. As you can see, I left the line here. I did line it with some of my tea dyed paper. Okay, so it is lined, making it heavier. And this I'm going to sew also. Okay, so I want to sew this, but I need to add a little, I want to add a little color to this. So while that's almost ready for us, I have color. And so I think, and I really like to use these pieces that have the straight edge on them. I think that that's kind of cool. I don't need to add a whole lot, but I do want a little bit of the peach also. And I mean, it can come down here. Okay, so so for the other one, if you saw the video, I believe that was on a Sunday, and we did, this is what I did. I Franken-paged the page, and then I added the girl from the freebie and added other things to it. So we're going to want to go ahead and see what I can do with this. Well, we'll go ahead and Franken-page this. I'm going to leave those right there. And so this is going to get sewn also. Before I sew it, I'm going to go ahead and round the corners. It should be dry. I did it right before this video. I was watching the premiere. You know, we have a premiere of a Dear Julie Julie video, either a premiere or a live video every day at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. It has a live chat. It's fun. We have new people. We have people popping in, popping out all the time and saying hello. And so, yeah, so this is from the tea bag, and I did take that off, and I'm thinking that might be a good little topper goodie. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stitch around all those pieces. Okay. Let's see. So I do have one other thing before I go and do that needed to, oh, two things that I need to do before we do that. Okay, that goes up there. Okay, if you remember when I was doing both, I accidentally put one of the Dear Julie Julie digitals in here, and I want to get it out. So I'm going to go ahead and add this piece. This is one of the pieces of the cardstock set that I got from Dollar Tree that I added. And I'm going to go ahead and I've just measured and done the old pinch. Measure and pinch, and I can go ahead and cut this out. And this takes care of my double corner tuck with mystery is what this element was. And so you have two corner tucks and you have mystery. Mystery in Dear Julie Julie language means that it has a secret journaling space. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to use regular glue on this. And regular glue for me is the Tombow Mono liquid glue. I love this stuff. I can use it for everything. The thing is it's a wet glue, so a lot of times in a video you'll see me using fabric tack because it dries quick. But this still is my favorite glue, and I was introduced to this glue during the Dollar Tree challenge, or maybe a little bit before, but that Jessica at Paper Terrace did 6 years ago. So you can find my playlist from the Dollar Tree video that I made, or the Dollar Tree journal that I made then. And it also coincided with my 1,000 subscribers. I gave the journal away to one of my 1,000 subscribers, and it was Joyce that won it, actually. And that was 6 years ago. We've done several Dollar Tree challenges since then. Kara did a Christmas one, and I participated in that. And then I did, I've done a couple of Dollar Tree challenges or dollar store challenges, and so I'll link those down below. Okay, so adding that in, I'll be using some more of this in here as well. And so that is fixed. So you remember the pieces after I cut the cover. I did come back in and I sewed them in. Okay, so I sewed that one and I sewed this one on here, and so I've got a little bit of a fringy look going on, and it matches. I have gone in and done some purple. I did add the napkin pieces here, just like I showed you today. And then we're going to go ahead and add, well, it'll probably need a paper clip eventually. Okay, so sewing. This also needs to get stitching. This is one of the cards that I have made. I'm going to look and see if anything else needs stitching. And right now I have green thread in my sewing machine, so we'll see how that goes. So that is going to go up there. Does my cover need? I think it's okay. I don't know if I should stitch. I think I'll put it in the pile. I'll decide if I'm going to stitch or not to stitch. I also need to stitch around the outside of this, but I'm thinking I might want a pocket right when you open this, like a large pocket, like that. Okay, so I'm going to use a couple paper clips just to hold that so that I don't lose it or forget. But I think that will be a good thing, and I think that putting it in when I stitch is a really good idea. Okay, so we'll have that one, and then in the back, I think in the back I'll do a plastic pocket. Okay, so you haven't seen, but look at, since I switched my colors, this is what the heart notes came in. And so, but I'm going to go ahead and remember, I'm going to get this pen that I'll be able to put in. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this off the best I can. Okay. Okay, but this will add it, and I'll be making something out of this, and at the same time this pocket can go back here. Okay, and but it doesn't need to go in before I stitch, but this one I want to put in while I stitch. So so we've got a large going to the machine thing here going on. And I want to add, let's go ahead. These should, I hope they're dry enough. I hope they're dry enough. And so I'm going to go ahead and try and line up. Okay, if we start in the middle, we might have a better chance of going across in case it's got any wetness. There we go. Now, I don't really have any black in this journal. If I had black in this journal, I would go ahead and use that. but I really don't. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's get a side here. Okay, so we've got straight, straight. Now I've got a straight side down here on the bottom. I'm gonna try and get this. Okay, I've got that. I can use that in the journal somewhere if I want to. Okie dokie. These are kind of cool because they're kind of like bookmark size. Okay, so we'll have 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna go ahead, and these I will go ahead and stitch around those also. So there's a whole lot of stitching going on here today. And then let's come over and we'll clean up this edge. Again, this piece was from the packaging of the tissue. Okay, and it also has the waxy finish. And so that gives me 4 more, like a tag, and these 3. How big is this tag? It's 3 inches. Okay, how big are these? This is almost like 1.5. This one is a little bigger than 1.5. I was thinking if I should pull out my my punch. I can pull it out at least for 1, right? Okay, so this one, go ahead and let that go up in there. Oh, I did not measure correctly. Oops. Well, we're going to leave it like that. Let's do one correctly. Ish. This one is a little bit bigger than its. Okay, maybe I need to be straight on here. Okay, line it up to the back. I don't think that cut. Okay. Well, anyway, this punch is really cool because okay. So I have kind of a funny variety here. I think we'll go ahead and there we go. Okie dokie. Now another thing that I would want to do with this one is I'm going to go ahead and round the edges, and it is dry, so should have no problem. Except that it didn't want to cut. Oh, I see why. Okay. I wonder if this will cut better. Yeah. So if we put your paper on the top and your tissue on the bottom when you're cutting with your punch. Okay, so I have this big, huge pile over here of things that I want to stitch. We have done several things with tissue paper. Showed you a couple things with napkins. So I did also do a napkin page. where I put napkin, just like I did the, see, I did do a napkin page. So just like I did the tissue paper. And so, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Tissue paper and napkins give you variety, but you can go ahead. I'm throwing these away. I know you're all shocked. I'm shocked. You're shocked. I'm shocked. We're all shocked. Julie's throwing things away. So, oh, I have this also. Okay. I took one of the cards, the one from the cover, and I put the gray piece over the top of where it had the words that were on the back of the card. So over this, okay, I turned it this way, and then I added one of the stickers, and I do also want to stitch around that. So that being said, we have going to the sewing machine, and we're saving this pin because it can go in the journal. We have possibly this being stitched. This is being stitched. The tags that we made out of the cover are being stitched. This is from the box, or the packaging from this. And this is going to get stitched, okay? That is getting stitched. The Franken page is getting stitched. The tops of the envelopes are getting stitched. I want to stitch around this. I am not stitching around this, but remember, now I can show you. This is going to go in here, okay? And then this is going to go on here, or the bigger piece. The bigger piece is going to go on here, and we're going to stitch it on, and it will just, it'll go like, oh wow, you won't know that that's there. And then we're going to do a little taggy thing at the bottom and a taggy thing at the top of that other one. But let me go, and I got a lot of stitching to do. So I'll be stitching, and I hope you are having a good time here. I'll be right back, but not really, but I will be right back. Okay. I also have my cover. Okay. I have my cover, and it is to be stitched. So the cover and the inside pocket, the hidden journaling card, the envelopes, the Franken card, the card from the packaging, the tissue packaging, and this card. Those are all going to get stitched right now. And we are stitched. We are stitched. So this one I went around. I did some zigzag over here. I call it the Tim Holtz messy stitching. Like he does on some of his projects. And so that gives me one. Then this is our Envy and Index, but we did not use an index card. We used a regular card for it. Hidden journaling card. Okay, so I'm just going to get my stitches off of here. Or my strings. Wow, a lot of strings, guys. But having just a whole bunch of things to stitch all at one time for me was a great thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these pieces off. We'll put that over there. Okay, I am going to fray what I can. Okay. And I'll save these because I used the messy blue string on the cover, so I might want to use it somewhere else. So this is going to be the bottom piece, okay? And it goes in here like this, Okay, so it just looks like a card. Okay, so right here I need to undo that because that was blocking. Okay. Okay, so there. We'll come back and fix this one up a little more. Okay, so this is that packaging tag. Okay, kind of looks like a mason jar that's been covered with fabric. Let's see. You know, we can go ahead and pull these out. Okay, so giving us a different texture is what I'm thinking here. And it's giving us some blue messy thread that we'll be able to use. Okay, so when you're limited on what you have, you know, necessity is the mother of invention. Here you go. We've got some blue that we're going to be able to use. Now, I have, remember I did this? So I have that space that I want to go ahead and open. And I have a piece of lace. And this is, remember this has a page in the journal that is a packaging page. Got that. We've been using this ribbon. And I have this ribbon for both journals. So I'm really excited about all the color in this. Okay, and we could go ahead and grab a flower. It's like, what do I want to, kind of like the messy string on it, so that you don't just see the base of that. I don't know if this is gonna, okay. So the other thing, I was like, what is the other thing that I didn't use? I didn't use the green rub-ons. Okay, so that was the other one of the 4 things. So that is ready. This actually needs its bottom. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and it's going to get one of these green tabs, and let's see, and then this one is going to get this. Okay, so let's not forget the things that are supposed to be happening here. I need lace. I found it. I found it. So should we go across? And then this. And this could go behind. Okay. Okie dokie. And we can glue on this, or we can staple. Do we want to? So the other thing that we could do is like a messy, kind of messy bow look, kind of like that. Could have it go, yeah, there we go. I like that. Oh my gosh. So I've been watching this guy, they call him the Chatty Daddy or something like that on Reels. And he was talking about his son. They do a thing where they let the kids pick what they want for dinner for a certain reason. I don't remember what it was. But so the little guy, I think he's 5. He got to pick what he wanted for dinner. And he said he wanted people chicken. And it was absolutely, I mean, the guy telling the stories he's hilarious when he's telling these stories of his kids. And he's like a lawyer or something, but he's just hilarious. And so at the end, he tells us what the people chicken was. So the other day, we are driving down the road, and we go past people chicken. And so you got to go find him, Chatty Daddy, or look up people chicken. I don't know, but I'll see if I can find it, and I'll post it in the group if I can find it, because this was last week or the week before. But when we were on our way on voting night to do our volunteering thing that we do, we passed by the place, and there is a bow tie. And so, you take a look at what it is. It's the oldest chicken place that I know of that you can pretty much find any place. And sure enough, and I'm trying to explain it to Tom, just like I'm trying to explain it here. And, of course, it's not as funny as it was when I saw him do it, or for Tom or for you. But I've got to find it because it was hilarious. And yes, so the next day, Tom brought home people chicken. We had people chicken for dinner. So the guy, this Chatty Daddy, he has, I think, like a 7-year-old daughter also. And she can usually translate what the 5-year-old is talking about, or she can figure it out. But this one, no, she couldn't. Nobody could figure it out until they figured it out. And so now I'll never look at it the same again. People chicken. And then finally Tom finally got it when he was sitting in line drive-through to get it for us to have a chicken sandwich. It was, so anyway, yeah. I don't want to take away from the fact that he made the video, and that you should really go see it, because he tells these stories, his kids, I mean, it's hilarious, especially with this 5-year-old. He's learning his words, and what he interprets some words to be, and then of course it reminds us probably of our own kids, or kids that we knew that thought something said something, and it said something totally different. Like my sister and I used to sing the song, "Don't give up, don't let your kitchen down." And so it's kind of that same idea. Anyway, that little thing I just made right there reminded me of people chicken, because it looked like the bow tie with 2 legs and 2 arms that would look like a little stick people. Oh Oh my goodness. Okay, so our stitching is all done. We've got a pocket on the inside. Perfect. And so we have our cover. We will be adding this. We will be adding the tie. There's the blue messy string that I was talking about. We've got some here in the front. And okay, so we've got our big goodie here. But first we said we were going to do this. So for this one, I have from the tea bag, and then I have a piece of the blue and a piece of the lace, and we're just going to go ahead and put that up here at the top, and that will give us a nice little tag topper, giving us some of our color that we're trying to bring into this journal. And then here's our hidden journaling card. Okay, and this little goodie. And I think on this one, we'll go ahead. Remember, we talked about adding of course, I've got them out of order over here now, so I'm not going to be able to find them the way that I wanted them. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn it this way. I think we'll add peach. And we'll put purple way up at the top. Okay, so just like we did, like I showed you earlier, we'll go ahead and do the dry embossing or dry gluing here. Speaking of embossing, I have some papers to show. And if I didn't mention it already, Jessica extended her date to the 25th. So if you thought, oh man, I just can't get this, I can't do it, she added 10 days to the deadline. Okay, so I hope with that more of you are going to be able to do it. So here I am just going, and where there might be little vines or veins in the flower, I'm adding some. I've gone all the way around the flower. We're going to add this, and we'll add it so that it's going up in that direction. We tap it. Kind of gives you a watercolor look. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with our little peach one here. This one's going to go on the edge. Okay. And then I need to add those, oh, here, I'll go in the center, and then the veins going out. So it looks like I get to come to the get-together, and that my daughter and her family will be picking me up on Sunday. So, yeah, it was crazy. Flying from Tulsa to Kansas City cost more than both of my other flights put together, and I would have been on a plane for 10 hours. I was like, oh, hey, this is crazy. So they are going to come and get me. And so Sunday is is the day that they'll do that, and that way Randy's off, everybody's off, so we'll get to spend, I'll get to spend the day with them. So my plan is to fly in on the Wednesday, and so there. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to add a little bit of this up here. Oops. Yeah, that's the thing about the tissue paper and the napkin. They are fragile. Okay. So, yeah, it didn't look like I was going to get to go, but I think I'm going to get to go so far. Okay, so there's that. And then I think what I'll do is I'm going to take from the, I thought I was going to use that, but I think that just kind of blends it more than anything. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think unless we do one of the black ones. Yeah, we'll see where that fits in. Oh, you know what? We do still have the other sticker set that we get to use, okay? I've only used a couple. Oh, I like that on there. I'm going to use that one. Okay, so this was the original before we decided that we needed color, and I'd already used some of this. So, okay, so there's our Franken tag. And add that to our pile of finished things. And so I still will have these pieces, and they are already stitched. Okay, so these pieces, and they're already stitched. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but we'll take care of that. So the next thing we need to do is we have this. Okay, so this can go over here. So we have our 3 envelopes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, so we're just going to line them up where they're going to go. And this first one is just going to get put down. Okay, it is going to have a pocket up at the top behind it in case you have something you want to put in there. And so just line it up, lay it down. There we go. And I did go around all of these. I think they turned out really cool. Okay, so next I have this. And this one needs to come in. And it needs to have, it needs to be able to flip in there. We're going to go ahead and start about a thumb distance away. And I'm going to go ahead and start there, come down, and come across. And that's going to give us the accordion pocket here. Okay, so 2 of them, we've got 3 pockets. 2 of them are going to actually be accordion style. Okay, and we'll put that there. And then I'm going to pull this up just in case the glue goes up. I don't want it to mess up my whole day. Okay, so this is the accordion accordion 3-pocket page, and it is part of the Dear Julie Julie challenge for March. Okay, this last one, I'm going to go ahead and again, come on, put my thumb on. That should give me enough room for that flap to go into. We'll come down and across. Okay, come down and across. Go ahead and lay this down and straighten it up to the bottom. Okay, pull that flap out just so that it's okay. And then, whoop, 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 whoop. I want to make sure I'm straight here. Okay, so that's going to be able to flip in there. This one will flip in there. And then we need something to hold this one down. And I think we'll go ahead and we're going to grab this, okay? And there's room underneath that sticker. So if I put this down, okay, and I'll be able to put my flap underneath in as part of that sticker. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what's going to happen is, you see, you're going to be able to lift that up. It's going to make it easier to put things in and out, possibly. And so we're going to want to do something down here. I'm going to grab a piece of this. And I'm going to use the gobbledygook because we got it. That's from the fabric tack. And I'm going to lay this piece of fabric down. And we're going to collage right here. Do just a little collage. Okay. So we got the blue. And I'm going to go ahead and add glue stick to this. Okay, so all of those little pockets, they're going to end up needing something in them. And so I'll be making, I know exactly what I'd make for them. I have an idea if I was using Dear Julie Julie digitals, but I'm not this time for this journal. Okay, so let's see, if I pull this up, I can put that down. Okay, get it underneath there. Lay this back. Whoop. You see what that did? It just flipped itself right back up. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and fray it a little. Okay. And if I had a word, we could put a word here, but I didn't do any words on this journal. So yeah, but we've got our 3 pockets. 2 of them are accordion pockets, and then this top one up here, you're going to be able to put something in there. You know, maybe we'll make another heart tag that can fit in there. But you also, you do have a little bit of room on these that you can put something in there also if you wanted to. But I digress. Okay, so yeah, so all of the things that we made with the tissue have been able to be added. Now I'm going to be looking for something to add here. Okay, another line piece, and it could possibly be a piece of the ribbon. This is my piece for the thing, but I want to make this just a little bit bigger for the cards to go in. Your information can still be added here, and you have journaling here and here. I think I want to, well, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we've got our envelopes. We finished this tag. We did these tags, including, these were from the packaging, okay, from the packaging of the tissue. Sorry. That drives me crazy when they fall down. Ugh. We did a tag, a Franken tag out of the note papers. We got that stitched and finished. We went ahead and we made that card, and we sewed the pocket inside our cover, and so our cover is ready. I'm pretty excited about this. I think that this is turning out really pretty. Okay, so yeah, so this is what we look like so far. Remember, we fixed this also. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I want to add a purple flower here, I think. Yeah, so we're going to do that. We'll add that purple flower. And I'll do that off camera because I have to let it dry and everything. So I don't want it to be, I want to be able to put this away. Okay. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. Okay. So that's 36 pages. I'm going to want to add some more. So, yeah, so stay tuned and watch for that. And I've got to find my tea bags. I've got them ready, and they should be in a stack here somewhere, and I don't see them. So watch for that. Again, this is my Dollar Tree Challenge Journal for the Paper Terrace Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. And I have her link to her video in the description box down below. Her challenge goes through the 25th. And then I'm also making my March challenge for the Dear Julie Julie March challenge. So this is what I've got, you guys. And so I'm working on that back and forth between the two to get these things done. Which one is your favorite? Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.